can't believe it's already September. Man, where does the time go? And in September, we still have quite a few games to get through to contribute to this ever amazing year for gaming. Hey, it's been a good year. I'm talking about the bangers we've got. So in this video, I'm going to run through these PS5 games that are out this September. On September the 3rd, we get Harry Potter Quidditch, and even though I still think this should have been a DLC to Hogwarts Legacy, its own thing, because you've got some of the iconic characters coming back like Harry Potter, Draco Malfoy, so that kind of makes sense. You start off in the Weasley Burrow and you will play a friendly with some iconic characters competing in their own little competition. You have a career mode that you can play on your own or co-op with up to 3 players, and you can choose what house to play in. And of course I'm going to be picking Gryffindor. What is cool is that you can choose to represent 3 of the main schools in the Harry Potter universe, including Hogwarts. You can choose what nation to represent out of 16, and your goal is to win the Quidditch World Cup. And I really did think I was in a different universe, because when I saw that trailer, I heard that there are no microtransactions in the game.
And you won't need Malfoy money to enjoy hours of Quidditch Champions, because there are no microtransactions in the game.
As you play more and more, you will earn skill points to choose where you spend them on. You can boost stats, earn special moves, you can improve your broom's agility, speed, and it looks like they feel all so different. The customization looks like there is so much depth, with emotes included if you like that sort of stuff. You have 6 players in your roster with full customization, and even though I love Harry Potter, I really do hope this lasts. It's looking quite promising. Each position feels different, and they've nerfed the flipping snitch. If you just caught it and you won the game, that would be stupid, so I'm glad that they've kind of nerfed that. And if you're someone like me who wants a physical release, even though it's free on the PS Plus day 1, which is brilliant, there is going to be a physical release, which if it's a good game, I'm buying. I don't care what anyone says, but I am buzzing to play Astrobot. I cannot wait to get that game and the controller. Astro's Playroom was one of my favorite games, and I just wanted more, and we're getting it. Instead of Astro's Playroom's 5 areas you visit, there are over 80 levels to experience, which is crazy. More puzzles, boss battles, power-ups, challenges, secrets, and we did get a new trailer the other day, and it looks absolutely incredible. Just the way he is throwing Kratos' Leviathan axe. I cannot wait for the Easter eggs of all PlayStation's iconic characters and IPs. Some people might think I'm overreacting, but I think this will be one of my favorite games because I platinumed Astro's Playroom, and I just think this is going to be up there. Now, I'm not a basketball fan, but 2K25 is coming out, and I'm not going to lie, I'll be honest, I looked at this trailer and I'm not even into basketball, and it actually really impressed me.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I know. If you're someone who's played the previous games, it's probably gonna be the same stuff, but they try and market it different.
New dribble engine, 9,000 new animations, tighter controls, tighter motion controls, and much more.
The city part, and I know this is in 2K games, it just looks so flipping cool. A totally different part of the game. The city trailer looks insane. The different arenas, places you get to play, 3v3. The one thing I do know about 2K is that there is just a shitload of microtransactions in the game, which is crazy for a game that they probably sell for like at least $70. They have these ultimate editions every year, 100 plus. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 drops on the 6th, and it looks like a Gears of War. You don't have to play the previous one, but this one has caught my eye. This could be a very, very fun single player, but also multiplayer. You play as Captain Titus, who did feature in the first game, and you are a space marine and an elite soldier in this massive galaxy. There is so much going on in this world with aliens, traitors, and it's just total chaos. There's just always war, and there is a campaign mode which you can play solo and up to 3 players online, which this is why it attracted me. I didn't realize there was like a campaign mode, but I'm glad there is. It's been described to be around 10 to 12 hours depending on your skill level, and apart from the campaign, there is also a mode called Operations, 3-player co-op to tackle down different enemies and bosses. Operations will have 6 maps at launch, but once again, you can also play solo, which is a massive win. You have Eternal War modes, which is your basic online modes, which a lot of people will know. There's going to be a ton of weapons, 6 classes, and through the multiplayer modes, you will be able to earn points and upgrade. I'm really looking forward to this one. I need time and money because I'm moving soon. Yeah, we have an indie game with Yars Rising, and this is a remake that goes all the way back to the Atari. And I'm not sure if there's any of you that don't know what the Atari is. Do you know what it is, or are you just too young for that? Crazy. Atari's mission is to bring back old franchises, and with Yars Rising, it's transformed into a side-scrolling Metroidvania. Instead of the original arcade shooter, you play as Emmy, and your goal is to infiltrate the evil corporation and uncover their terrible secrets. The colors look incredible. It literally reminds me of when I was 10, playing at my friend's house, having those classic sleepovers, and we would just play these games like these sidestepping game, sidestepping games, you know what I mean. Just a lot of nostalgia. The gameplay heavily relies on hacking, and when you do hack, it goes back to the 40-year-old gameplay, and then as you progress, it becomes more and more complex. There is also going to be a physical release. Some of you might notice that I used to really love football games, but there is a new football game that is free to play, UFL. And what's even funny in the trailer is that they promoted it as a no scam, no nonsense, which is hilarious because you know who they're talking about. You even had Cristiano Ronaldo contribute and invest a hell of a lot of money into this game. It will have cross-play support, and there are paid pre-order packs available for early release, customization, and more. You can create your own dream team, buy and sell skin cards to build your collection, and it isn't pay to win. Unlike Ultimate Team, if you join that late, you're done. Wild Bastards looks pretty fun. The art style and the colors look very eye-catching, and the goal of this FPS is to travel to these different planets and level your outlaws, which there are a total of 13 to choose from, with unique abilities and weapons. And the way to improve your outlaws is to use these permanent mods called aces. You can explore planets, you will collect these aces and level up. There are 3 types of aces: core aces, and charged aces, and these could improve health or increase jump height, and I believe these are each individualized to the character. These can drastically change the way your outlaw plays. This is looking like some great gameplay. Now, if you are a racing car fanatic, Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is coming soon. And this is 13 years after Test Drive Unlimited 2. Now, again, I used to love racing games, and I feel like we need more racing games, but instantly what puts me off is that this is an online, basically multiplayer game. So this is basically a massive open world driving game. This is not just about racing though, because you'll be able to purchase vehicles, and you can go into first person in order to see what car you will want next. And to get more cars, you upgrade and increase your reputation that you have earned, instead of the game just gifting cars to you, which might sound grindy, but personally with this sort of game, it makes sense that you're going to have to grind and work for these cars. There's been a roadmap for the content they will be releasing, which is great that they are showing us. I would usually love this and go for something like this. Like, I do want a good racing game, but it's online. I'm just not sure, because I just feel like I want to play it, but then in 3-4 years, you just don't know. Are they going to do another Ubisoft and shut down one of their first games that they released after everyone had bought it? Funko Fusion is coming real soon, and this looks like one of those hidden gems for this year. I might be wrong, but this has caught my eye. All of your favorite Funko Pops from a hell of a lot of franchises, but with guns, blood, and gore. This looks like this could be something really special. I did search up and found out this game will not feature any microtransactions, and I was like, huh? I thought this would be the game to do it, but wow, okay, I'm glad. You're learning. Well done, industry. Idiots. I believe there are 7 worlds with a major boss within each world, and there are about 21 properties across, which is mad. It's brutal, it looks fun, there's so much variety with puzzles, guns, traversal abilities, big dinosaur battles. This looks mad. I spoke about the Plucky Squire a while back, and even though you might instantly think that this is not something for you, if you love puzzle solving games, Super Mario games, I just feel like it's got a mix of all of those games, like the old school Zelda, Mario, because this could be one of the best puzzle solving games to come out. You literally are playing within a children's book, and where you complete the page, it will move onto the next page. And just the way it transforms from 2D to 3D looks just so different. The lighting and the art style looks so impressive, and if you like the old school 2D Zelda games, it looks like it plays a lot like that in some areas, but also some Super Mario inspiration in there. There's also boxing scenarios, and the level of creativity is incredible. You will also come out of the book, and you have to traverse around the bedroom to find items that you could bring back into the book, which is mad. I love the way that certain pages and words on the book might say night or day, and you would have to go find those words and change the story, which would then transform the environment. The world was daytime and you had to transform it to nighttime, and then you could switch the words in order to transform the page in order to progress. Now, as you guys know, I do love my zombie games, and Capcom are bringing out a remaster from a game that came out in 2006. Digital release at first, and then they're bringing out a physical release shortly after. It's a bit annoying. Some companies are starting to do that, and it's starting to piss me off. You play as Frank West, as he will have 3 days to investigate Colorado's zombie infestation. Enhanced character models, improved graphics, lighting, gameplay. This looks like so much fun, and the difference is crazy from the original. A lot of people complain about the AI in the original game, but they have also improved on that. You can now aim and move at the same time, and you've got guns, knives, and it's all about the quantity of zombies. The way you can just run them over with a flipping trolley. We've got some big games coming in September. Enotria, the last song got a delay, but it's coming out this month. I think I got that right. Enotria. Another Souls-like game which majority will love, an Italian Souls game. The graphics don't look the best, but if the gameplay is king, then I don't see the problem, and a lot of people will probably be the same. Nevertheless, the art style looks quite nice. In this world, the world has been taken by a twisted eternal that keeps the world in an unnatural stasis, and you as the maskless one, and you're the only one without a role, and your job is to defeat the fearsome authors that have created this world. This sounds pretty interesting. Like, all the NPCs and the people you meet, they're being basically controlled. They think they're playing a part in a play, and you're the only one who's not been corrupted. Basically like the majority of people living in today's world, being, living in the Matrix, You collect souls to upgrade your skills, and if you die, then you will drop them. Bonfires to activate checkpoints, and in usual Souls games, you expect the more dark, gritty sort of vibe, and this is a bit different because this is basically the opposite. So I think a lot of people will actually be interested in this because it's not just your same environments and dark. This is actually quite light and vibrant. You have reality rifts where you have to interact within the world to return it to its normal state, like repairing a bridge in order to progress, or ones that add paths to places you might not been able to reach. You've got ranged attacks like this magical bow, but you'll have to combine normal attacks in order to recharge those range attacks. I just know this is going to be a hard game, and I just hope it's nice and polished day one, and I think this could take off as well because that Souls genre, lots of people love it, so it's going to have an audience there. Taking it to the 90s with the Karate Kid Street Rumble. The Karate Kid Street Rumble will cover the entire story from the original trilogy, and don't judge me, I haven't even seen the Karate Kid.
Seriously, what is wrong with you?
Completing the story will only take a few hours, and then after you'll be able to play 4-player local co-op. And it's been said that if this is successful, they may look to do an online co-op. But I guess they're still thinking this might not take off. If it does and people buy it, then they'll probably be more open to doing an online multiplayer. Disney Epic Mickey is coming on the 24th, a remake from the 2010s version that was on the Nintendo Wii. Mickey will be wielding his magic paintbrush filled with paint and thinner, and with his tools, he'll be able to draw things, draw friends, enemies, erase objects and enemies from existence. There will be many secrets in this game, hidden items, and his paint will also be able to restore certain items. Power-up items, and some of these boss battles look massive. I love the way you travel back in time to the old Disney times, like the old school Mickey Mouse series and stuff like that. It looks like the level designs and world is going to be quite cool, reminding me of something like Donkey Kong back in the day. It's gone from that third-person view to that side-scrolling sort of gameplay. This looks really fun, man. They need to do stuff with Mickey, man. They do nothing. Shadow of Doubt looks very creative, as this is set in a fully simulated sci-fi noir city of crime and corruption. You have to think like an investigator and take on jobs to earn money and solve the murders and catch the serial killer. You will investigate these murders and start piecing together by analyzing the crime scene. You have to take photos, and you will have your board where you can piece together the evidence. The way you get to interact with the world looks like there's a lot of choice in terms of what kind of detective you want to be, which is really interesting, and that is what they've said in the trailer. You can choose what sort of detective you're going to be. Looks very creative. I think we lack that in today's world, don't we? Well, less companies take risk, try and do the same shit. Concord. And of course, last but not least, we have EA Sports FIFA 25, another football game for this series. And I know what you're thinking, my gosh, it's another of the same damn game. Now, I don't play Ultimate Team or anything like that, so it doesn't look like it's for me. They have marketed it that they've improved the career mode aspect, and that is what I wanted from this years ago. The marketing is made me intrigued, shall I say. I did actually check the EA Sports FC video on the deep dive career mode, and I would be lying that I wasn't impressed slightly. The last FIFA I actually got was 21, and I only played that when my mate came around, and then when it came on PS Plus 22, I downloaded it and then never played it. Are you a football fan? Does it intrigue you? You let me know. So what do you think about the games that I have mentioned for September? Are there any that you are interested in? Are you not? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know. Let's take a look at the comment of the day from my previous video. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth might just be game of the year. Shout out to Johnny. Already got the platinum, and all I have to say is playing this game while studying college and having responsibilities. I've never played another game that immersed me as quickly as Rebirth has. Thank you for the comment, man, and I have to say, I agree with you on that front. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is one of my favorite. If not, it could be my favorite game of this year. I remember when I was young and being at uni when I bought my PS4 and got in debt because I decided to waste all my student loan money on it. I just remember going to uni, coming back and playing my PS4. There's those times where you're studying, those are really some of the best years, only because it's like that's where you start growing. You remember those games when you're in your childhood, and as you start growing and growing into a man. I don't know why I'm getting all like sentimental, maybe because I'm old. But thank you for the comment. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it is an amazing flipping game. I can't complain. There's just so many games. I need to get through them, even though we are leaving this house in the next couple of weeks. And that's probably why I'm getting a bit emotional, because I will be doing a video on that. But house is in boxes. It's a shithole. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you in the next.